Welcome everyone to this new presentation. Today I want to continue with you with the speed up of the simulation. Last time I showed you how to improve your simulation performance using the simulation modes. Today I want to show you other two methods. The first one is the fast restart. The second one is the performance advisor. So let's start from the fast restart. Normally, when you have a Simulink model, you hit run button, and each time Simulink compile your code and start running your code. Of course, this process is necessary because if you modify your model, the compilation part need to accomplish this change also in the modified part. Even if you don't modify your code, you can simply use the fast restart to avoid recompile your code each time and so speed up your simulation. So let's see how to use this functionality. Okay, let's suppose that we have this model of an automatic transmission controller and we want to run it in the normal mode. Okay, so I can simply run through my MATLAB window, and if I check my simulation timing info, I can see that it takes 0.7 seconds to initialize. In this case, it was a very simple model and the recompilation didn't take so much, but we can see that actually if we activate the fast restart and do the same thing, so we simulate and we check the timing info, of course the second time, it takes initialization elapsed the whole time only 0.07 seconds. So in this case the model was very fast, but let's suppose that you have a model that takes many minutes to recompile. Of course, in this case you can save a lot of time. So let's return to the presentation. So one point that I have not told you yet is that the rapid accelerator is not compatible with the fast restart. We've seen rapid accelerator last time, and the fact that you need to compile a standalone code is not compatible with the fast restart. But if you want, you can set the rapid accelerator up-to-date check to off. In this case, you avoid to check if the code is changed, and so the rapid accelerator reduces a little bit the initialization time. So let's do a little bit of comparison. So why we should use the fast restart? The pros is that we avoid to recompile between simulation runs, of course in the case that we didn't change the code. At the same time, of course, we cannot edit the model, and it does not support the rapid accelerator, as I said one moment ago. So our tips is that is especially useful for iterative simulations. So when we change only parameters, but you don't change the structure of your model, it is very useful because you can avoid a lot of time avoiding the recompilation. Okay, so this was the fast restart. Now let's check the performance advisor. The performance advisor is a very intuitive tool that gives you the possibility to check and run some tests, some validation tests, in order to understand if there are some part of your code, of your Simulink model, that can speed up with easy management. So let's return to our model. Okay, here in the debug section, you can see performance advisor. You can simply open your performance advisor. We have here some performance advisor test, and here some checks that we can select. Now we can simply run a selected check and wait. In a few steps, Simulink will perform some tests that will give us a report on how we can speed up our simulation. Let's wait some seconds. Okay, now we can see here that we have a different section, and we can simply start one by one and see that, for example, in this case, Simulink have identified some possible improvement with the solver. And so running this check, for example, we can try to increase the performance. We can do this thing for all of the check that we can see here. And once we have completed and we have go through all of the checks, we can see here in the final validation tab that we can see how we have improved the performance. So in this case, by 15%. You can see here the pre-time for the simulation, the post-time. Once you have updated all of your check, you can save your new Simulink model and have a new model that is speed up with your new improvements. So let's conclude. We have seen that the Performance Advisor give us a recommendation about optimal configuration, solvers, and model block types. Our tips is to use this system if we have a very complex Simulink environment with different blocks. You can really speed up your simulation following the tips that Simulink provide you. So this concludes our video. I want to thank you for your attention. Here are the contacts of me and Alberto. If you need more help, you can write an email or follow us on our social media. Thank you. Have a nice day.